Hi, this is Ashley. Today I would share my review about the movie Train to Busan. Since I'm a big fan of zombie apocalyptic movies, I had to give this one a go, and I wasn't disappointed. Zombie movies usually contain that post-apocalyptic plot we, as watchers, are all too familiar with, a world littered with the undead after some sort of outbreak or an epidemic. Although Train to Busan is no different in terms of the all-too-familiar outbreak plot, the movie does contain a uniqueness to it that includes trains. Survival while stuck inside a moving train, to be specific. Train to Busan is a 2016 South Korean film starring renowned actor Gong. Due to him being part of the cast, this movie received a lot of hype and millions of fans were excited to see him play the role of a father protecting his child from disaster. The film features an estranged relationship between father and daughter who, after the spreading of an outbreak that causes people to morph into a zombie state, both get trapped inside a train with other passengers. Together with these passengers, the two family members try to survive until they reach Busan. Even though I've already seen the film once, I decided to watch it again, and I found that rewatching it still had me on the edge of my seat gripping my mug while I imagined the worst that could happen, although I already knew how it was going to end. It seemed to continuously evoke adrenaline rush, if that was even possible while watching a film, and a constant stream of "just run" flowing from my mouth, especially when everyone realized that there was a person on board who had been infected by the outbreak. There were scenes that were scarily gripping and thrilling during the film, specifically when one character was trying to catch a moving train, and the main character and his two companions traveling from one carriage to another situated closer to the back of the train in order to save their loved ones. In between these carriages were a sea of infected people waiting for prey. The trek back was even more nerve-wracking to watch. Together with the cast and the storyline, the effects are perfect enough to induce a state of panic not just from the people in the film, but also from the audience watching. The action, particularly the fight scenes, add to this rise of panic, since the audience is rooting for these characters to survive. Although this movie focuses towards the survival of these characters, antagonists exist due to the influence of fear, and situations occur where one would question their hope in humanity. There's a particular scene after saving their loved ones where they try to retreat back to the carriage every surviving individual is in, but these people refuse to let them enter because of their fear that one could be infected, where they didn't want to end up having the same fate as the other infected passengers. Fear ruled their reasoning, and they didn't even give them a chance to prove otherwise. There are multiple lessons present in this film fused with the slashing of zombies and the spurting of blood. It's not just about survival, but also about humanity and raw emotion, which makes you think that old-age question: what makes us human? Rewatching this film made me more aware of the types of people in this world, and the lessons that we can relate to real life. Since this movie doesn't just focus only the action, the storyline has some complexity and people can learn from these hidden moral lessons, which I found touching. However, beware of the ending.